Soul form? Xiao Yan's sudden exclamation startled both Mu Yingying and Qin Xian, their beautiful eyes instantly reflecting shock. A soul form? This was a state only attainable by powerful beings after their death, sustained by immense soul power. For most strong individuals, death meant the end, true death. However, with sufficient soul power, one could condense a soul form, waiting for resurrection. SSSSSS? You brat. You will pay dearly for your foolishness. Enmu's colorless and transparent soul form let out a furious roar. He was seething, ready to devour Xiao Yan whole. Isn't this guy supposed to be one of the twin Ghost Emperor's subordinates from the Ghost Realm? How is he a soul form? Could it just be a coincidence? But I remember the Soul Clan collects a lot of soul forms. Could there be a connection between the Ghost Realm and the Soul Clan? Xiao Yan quickly pondered to himself. The Soul Clan was notorious across the Doqi continent, arrogantly hunting down various soul forms. The clan itself was composed entirely of these soul entities, using them to ascend to even higher levels of power. What's your connection with the Soul Clan? After a brief moment of thought, Xiao Yan directly asked, his gaze locked firmly on Enmu's soul form. Though news of the ancient 8 clans had not reached the Xinling continent or mystic 3 heavens, Xiao Yan had some vague understanding. It seemed the Xiao clan was an unspoken topic on the Dodi continent, while the Soul Clan held a vast, mysterious influence. Why this was, he couldn't yet say. When you die, you'll naturally find out. Enmu sneered coldly. He stopped hiding his soul form, a sinister grin spreading across his face as an ominous black ghostly chi surged toward Xiao Yan. There's definitely a connection between the Ghost Realm and the Soul Clan. Xiao Yan instantly confirmed his suspicion and immediately launched his assault on Enmu. The Soul Clan? Isn't that a force from beyond the Xinling continent? Qin Xian, with her extensive knowledge, remarked. It's said that this force is filled with incredibly powerful individuals, holding high status and influence. I wonder how Xiao Yan got involved with them, she continued. Soul Clan, Mu Yingying's mind stirred. She remembered her brother once warning her that this was a power not to be provoked, a force that must be avoided at all costs. How is someone from the Ghost Realm a soul form? Could it be a coincidence? And the Soul Clan? I must regain control of this body before long. I have a feeling I won't be able to deceive this brat for much longer, and it seems some terrifying power within him is beginning to awaken. Xian Yin, hiding within Xiao Yan, sensed something strange inside his host's body. Boom, boom, boom. The battle between Xiao Yan and Enmu unfolded, but Xiao Yan was struggling to keep up. The strength of Enmu's soul form had somehow reached the level of an early 7-star Do Di. Boy, where is the heart of the Ghost Emperor? Enmu demanded, his patience wearing thin after multiple failed attempts to seriously injure Xiao Yan, managing only superficial wounds. The heart of the Ghost Emperor is naturally in my possession, Xiao Yan replied coolly. But more than that, I'm far more interested in the information stored in your mind. As soon as he finished speaking, a brilliant flame ignited in his deep, sharp eyes. Suddenly, an ocean of dazzling flames erupted around them, engulfing both Enmu and Xiao Yan. Damn it! Enmu cursed, realizing too late that Xiao Yan had set this fire trap during his battle with Mu Yingying and Qin Xian. This sea of flames was not just any fire. It was part of a formation, albeit not a high-level one. However, within this fiery sea, Xiao Yan's strength would be amplified to the fullest, while Enmu would be severely weakened. I underestimated you. Enmu laughed darkly. He didn't try to avoid the raging flames anymore, locking his gaze on Xiao Yan. Getting desperate, are we? Xiao Yan played with a wisp of imperial flame in his hand, a confident smile on his face. With the power of the imperial flame and the fire formation, Xiao Yan was certain that, even with his late 6-star Do Di strength, he could defeat Enmu, an early 7-star Do Di, with relative ease. Swish, swish, swish. Enmu let out a series of eerie laughs as strange, ghostly howls echoed through the fiery sea, sending shivers down everyone's spine. What's this guy up to now? Qin Xian grew uneasy as she heard the sounds, a creeping sense of dread taking root in her mind. She could feel her emotions becoming unstable, even edging toward rage. Ghostly hand. In the next moment, several ghostly faces erupted from Enmu's transparent soul form, each one contorted in an expression of anger, arrogance, or evil. He's abandoning his ghostly chi, relying entirely on soul power for this attack. Standing atop his imperial flame formation, Xiao Yan's expression turned serious. He could feel an ominous and dangerous energy coming from Enmu's attack. That's such an evil technique. Qin Xian muttered, her heart tightening in fear. Evil? Mu Yingying glanced at Qin Xian, then at Xiao Yan. Usually, when we spar, we don't go for the kill unless it's during outside missions. But Enmu's attack is purely soul-based, abandoning Do Qi. The soul is the most fragile part of any human. Any damage to it could leave someone brain-dead or kill them outright. Qin Xian explained, perplexed that Mu Yingying hadn't understood this simple truth earlier. The matters of the Ghost Realm and the Soul Clan are beyond your knowledge. Enmu snarled, his twisted figure surging forward. Dozens of soul entities fused into a massive arm, which lashed out at Xiao Yan with overwhelming force, equivalent to that of a mid-7-star Do D. It seems your Ghost Realm and Soul Clan are indeed up to something shady, but that's nothing new. We've always been old rivals. Xiao Yan smiled faintly. The brilliant 23-colored flame around him extinguished in an instant, replaced by a surge of earth-yellow energy. As the earthen power emerged, the entire space shuddered violently. It wasn't clear whether the tremors came from Xiao Yan's new power or some other force at work. Sacred flame? Impossible. Enmu's sinister strike collided with the yellow sacred flame enveloping Xiao Yan. His voice trembled with disbelief. Is that the sacred flame? From another corner, Mu Yingying remained composed, already aware. However, even Qin Xian couldn't suppress her astonishment as her eyes widened. Now it's my turn. Enmu, perish with regret. Xiao Yan's voice was calm, but the sacred flame surged even brighter. Its essence coiled tightly around Enmu, as if sealing his fate. At that moment, true fear of death gripped Enmu's heart. No, I can't die. Enmu's cry echoed, filled with desperation. But even his mid-7-star Do D strength offered no resistance before the might of the sacred flame, not even with Xiao Yan's incomplete mastery over it. The power of the sacred flame was devastating. Boom! Enmu's attacks disintegrated upon contact with the yellow flames, his soul entities reduced to nothing, like moths flying into a raging inferno. Xiao Yan's mind stirred, activating the core of the sacred flame within him. A radiant burst of sacred flame essence surged outward, engulfing Enmu entirely. No, I can't die like this. Enmu's voice grew frantic and shrill, but Xiao Yan remained indifferent, intensifying the sacred flame's grip. Enmu's body grew increasingly transparent, on the verge of vanishing into thin air. Ha ha ha. Enmu's voice turned malevolent. You humans won't escape death. When the armies of the Ghost Realm invade Mystic Three Heavens, all of you will perish. Soon, I'll be waiting for you in hell. With a final sneer, Enmu slammed his palm into his chest, as if triggering something. He ceased struggling and dissolved into fine dust. Under the sacred flame's purification, the dust transformed into strands of light, ready to disperse into the heavens. Gone so easily? Xiao Yan chuckled softly. Don't forget, I'm an alchemist. As he raised his hand, the last trace of Enmu's soul light was caught between his fingers. The captured fragment emanated fear, but Xiao Yan ignored it, closing his eyes to probe Enmu's remaining soul energy. Enmu, a mid-7-star Do D, must have held significant status in the Ghost Realm. Xiao Yan wasn't about to let him perish without extracting everything of value. As an alchemist, soul energy was a powerful tool for memory exploration. Don't go. Just as Qin Xian began to move toward Xiao Yan, eager to examine the legendary sacred flame, Mu Yingying held her back. We are on the midway point of Boundless Mountain, and whatever's lurking at the peak is still a mystery. Xiao Yan's sensing something from Enmu. If you interrupt him, you'll ruin everything, Mu Yingying warned. But there's something strange up there. And his sacred flame. Qin Xian's curiosity remained, her gaze alternating between the mountain summit and the brilliant flames around Xiaoyan. The sacred flame in Xiaoyan's possession was leagues beyond the subflame she carried. Just wait. Mu Yingying's tone was calm but firm. Fine, Qin Xian sighed, suppressing her urge to investigate further. She settled down to wait in silence. Meanwhile, Xiaoyan sat cross-legged, immersing himself in the soul energy. His formidable spirit easily pierced through Mu's defenses, exposing the secrets buried within. As he delved deeper, Xiaoyan uncovered Mu's connection to Enya, one of the 9 Ghost Emperors. As one of Enya's top subordinates, Mu's mid-7-star Do-D strength ranked him among the top 3 under the Ghost Emperor's command. Mu had come to Falling Spirit Mountain under Enya's orders, intending to retrieve the heart of the twin Ghost Emperors from Xiaoyan. Unfortunately for Enya, not only had the heart eluded them, but he had also lost a valuable general in the process. Within the remnants of Mu's soul, Xiaoyan detected something unusual, a dense cluster of ghostly qi. His spirit stirred with unease, an ominous chill spreading from the depths of his mind. Break! Xiaoyan concentrated, exerting his spiritual power to unravel the black qi cluster. Since Mu's consciousness was already obliterated, what remained was nothing more than an inert energy mass. What is this? Beads of sweat formed on Xiaoyan's forehead as he pushed deeper into the dark cluster. The hidden presence resisted his probing, but Xiaoyan's persistence paid off. Inside a wooden cabin, a black raven radiating an eerie aura sat alongside a cloud of dark mist. Enya, this time, we must give it our all in our assault on the mystic 3 heavens. A deep voice emerged from within the black mist, causing Xiaoyan to shudder upon hearing it. Yes, grave-digging lord. However, although the entrance from the ghost realm to the mystic 3 heavens has opened significantly, to ensure our plan is foolproof, we must wait until after the sect tournament, the raven slowly responded. Also, reach out a blood rose again. This must succeed. Human blood is simply too delicious. The voice in the mist spoke once more, filled with a greedy undertone. But, my lord, ever since Blood Rose entered the mystic 3 heavens, her relationship with the Xianling royal family seems unusual, the raven remarked. Keep a close eye on the other 2 ghost immortals. Inform me immediately if they make any move, ordered the black mist. My lord, the Do-Xian experts in the Incense Pavilion and Medusa's new queen should not be underestimated either, the raven added. Don't worry, I have a plan. By the way, I need to make a trip to the mystic 3 heavens soon. I'll leave the base in your hands, the black mist said, before vanishing into the void. A major battle is coming, but what is the lord going to search for? Murmured Enya as he too disappeared. Bang! 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 The image flickered out of existence, and the last remnants of Mu's aura dissipated into the boundless mountain. Cough, cough. So, the entrance to the mystic 3 heavens from the ghost realm has already been opened. And it turns out the Incense Pavilion is positioned at one of these entry points. No wonder the Heaven Hall's experts went there. The ghost realm launching a full-scale assault on the mystic 3 heavens after the tournament. This news is truly shocking. And Blood Rose. It seems she's one of them, with a close relationship to the Xianling royal family. Looks like the royal family has ties to the ghost realm as well, Xiaoyan finished, shaking his head. What's going on? Mu Yingying asked, noticing Xiaoyan had exited his meditation. Let's go. We need to see what's happening with that eerie blood cloud over Boundless Mountain, Xiaoyan said with a smile, quickly taking the lead. Let's move. Mu Yingying and Qin Xian exchanged glances and followed closely behind. Bang! 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 Meanwhile, in the ghost realm, at the residence of the ghost emperor Enya, a delicate jade cup shattered in his hand as his expression turned strange. Damn it! Could it be that Mu's movements were discovered by the Incense Pavilion's experts? Otherwise, how could someone with the strength of a mid-level 7-star Do-D fall so easily? And Mu, that sneaky fellow, he knows too many of my secrets with the grave-digging lord. I hope nothing went wrong. And yet Ghost Emperor shook his head, gazing into the distance, his eyes deep in thought. After underestimating Xiao Yin and being slain by the power of the sacred flame, Enmu was no more. Xiao Yin and his group hurried toward the peak of Boundless Mountain, where the blood cloud had been looming for some time. A lot had transpired atop the mountain during their battle. My lord, has it succeeded? Lord Bear was the first to arrive at the mountain peak. Outside a cave, he noticed the presence of a child and addressed him. The true ruler of Boundless Mountain stood before him. This child, whose real form even Lord Bear did not know. But there was no doubt that despite the child's seemingly ordinary appearance, his power was profound. Even Lord Bear, with his mid-level 7-star Do D strength, couldn't hope to defeat him. The child stood about 3 zhang tall, with short hair and a particularly unkempt appearance. His most striking feature was his golden hair. The golden-haired child grinned maliciously, casting a glance at Lord Bear and the 2 other figures with him. Something about that look made Lord Bear feel uneasy. Nightcat and the twin-headed subdragon narrowed their eyes at the child's words, sensing danger from the 2 massive cauldrons behind him. What is that? The subdragon, currently in his beast form, shuddered as he focused on the cauldrons. Magic cores and essence blood. Nightcat approached the child cautiously, her eyes glaring at Lord Bear and the subdragon. Magic cores? Essence blood? The subdragon trembled as dread washed over him. Nightcat, what are you trying to say? Lord Bear, his bear-like eyes filled with anger, spoke up. The time is near. Lord Bear, twin-headed subdragon, do you know what I really am? The golden-haired child suddenly smiled as the blood cloud in the sky grew ever brighter, and a sense of danger permeated the air. For some reason, as the child's gaze fell upon them, both Lord Bear and the subdragon felt a chill in their hearts, as if something terrible was about to happen. No, we don't, Lord Bear answered slowly, holding back the subdragon. My existence owes itself to the mysteries of the Falling Spirit Mountain. The Falling Spirit Mountain was once the battlefield between the Ghost Realm and the Mystic 3 Heavens. Many powerful beings perished here, leaving behind lingering auras. However, since the majority of the fallen were from the Mystic 3 Heavens, there is no ghostly chi here. Or rather, the ghostly chi was eliminated by the strong ones from the Mystic 3 Heavens. As for my birth, you may not believe it, but I find it strange too. The golden child spoke slowly. Even though the strong ones from Mystic 3 Heavens and Incense Pavilion worked together to eradicate the ghostly chi from Falling Spirit Mountain, they never expected a remnant of it to persist. This trace of ghostly chi was left behind by a certain Ghost Emperor from the Ghost Realm, and it combined with the residual powers of fallen strong ones from Mystic 3 Heavens. That's how I was born. Impossible. Before the words were even fully spoken, Lord Bear's face was filled with disbelief. The creatures of Falling Spirit Mountain, along with the death beasts in its 3 great mountain ranges, all came into existence this way, but they didn't include both righteous chi and ghostly chi. They were either death beasts formed from ghostly chi, cold-hearted and ferocious, or beings born from the righteous chi of fallen Mystic 3 Heavens warriors, kind by nature. The birth of us death beasts is all due to the mystery of Falling Spirit Mountain. However, my own birth came from the fusion of ghostly chi and righteous chi. Ever since I came into existence, I've been wondering, what exactly are we? Are we magical beasts? Or merely souls? The golden child's eyes showed a hint of confusion. But as I delved deeper into the secrets of Falling Spirit Mountain, I realized we're neither. Our existence is thanks to the spirit of Falling Spirit Mountain. We're just like any other magical beast in the outside world because of the spirit of Falling Spirit Mountain. But because of it, we've also been trapped here, unable to leave. I've spent years meticulously planning and have finally uncovered a celestial secret. By gathering the essence blood of all the death beasts and magical beasts in Falling Spirit Mountain, I can forcefully summon the spirit of Falling Spirit Mountain. At that time, with the combined blood essence, I will have a chance to battle the spirit. If I win, I will be able to break free from this place. The golden child spoke slowly, but the thrill in his voice was unmistakable. "Curse you. I never expected you to have such a greedy and sinister plot." Lord Bear was stunned, growing wary of the golden child. Now, nearly all the death beasts and magical beasts' essence blood in Falling Spirit Mountain is gathered here, the golden child continued. But it's still not enough. His gaze slowly locked onto Lord Bear, a murderous intent surging forth. Not good. In an instant, Lord Bear realized something and was filled with sudden dread. "Night Cat, you know what to do, right?" the golden child said, and Night Cat gave a subtle nod of understanding. "Subdragon, run!" Lord Bear shouted desperately. In this boundless mountain, the only one Lord Bear trusted was the twin-headed Subdragon, as they shared a close bond of friendship. Without hesitation, he urged the Subdragon to flee. Too late. Night Cat sneered as countless shadowy feline figures materialized around them, launching attacks. "Night Cat, we just saved you, and this is how you repay us. You know what kind of person this guy is, don't you? If you keep working for him, one day he'll kill you, and you won't even know why," Lord Bear said darkly. "Step aside. I'll handle this," the golden child said, frowning. He hadn't planned to act personally, but hearing Lord Bear's words made him change his mind. "This is bad. We'll have to fight with everything we've got. This guy's power must have reached the level of an 8-star Do-D. Otherwise, we won't even have a chance to escape," Lord Bear said, turning to the Subdragon. Hearing this, the twin-headed Subdragon tensed. Even from a distance, the golden child's strength exerted an overwhelming pressure on him. "Give up," the golden child said coldly, his mouth suddenly widening as he lunged to devour Lord Bear and the Subdragon. Swish, swish. The terrifying sound of rushing wind filled the air as the golden child swallowed them in an instant. "You thought I didn't know about your little tricks? It won't work on me," the golden child chuckled. "Die," he commanded. Inside the golden child's stomach, Lord Bear and the twin-headed Subdragon tried to gather their strength, hoping to escape. But they hadn't expected that the golden child was already aware of their plan. Boom, boom, boom. Strange energy surged from the golden child's body and directly penetrated Lord Bear and the Subdragon. Their eyes filled with disbelief. How could this be? He's tapped into the power of the spirit of Falling Spirit Mountain. Their shock was frozen in their final expressions as they both perished. With a crunching sound, the golden child's body grew slightly larger, and he spat out 2 pure and powerful magic cores into his hands. He weighed the magic cores in his palm with satisfaction before pocketing them. As for Lord Bear and the twin-headed Subdragon, they had been completely consumed, leaving no trace behind. What a pity about their pure essence blood, though, the golden child muttered, shaking his head. "It's time," he said, looking up at the blood clouds gathering in the sky. His face grew serious. He knew this was only the first step. The following stages would be critical. Failure would mean eternal damnation, but success would bring him unparalleled power. "Master, some unexpected guests have arrived at Boundless Mountain. You sent me earlier, but although their strength was average, they had an endless supply of treasures and techniques, so I was defeated." Night Cat spoke cautiously. "Don't worry. If they dare to come to the mountain's peak, they won't leave alive. And while we're at it, it's time to settle our score with the Incense Pavilion." As the golden child finished laughing, his gaze gradually turned upward, fixing on the unusually radiant blood cloud in the sky. The blood cloud now was entirely different from when it first appeared. A terrifying power capable of dominating heaven and earth was slowly brewing within it. "It's time. Night Cat, to the cauldron," the golden child shouted. "Yes." Night Cat nodded without hesitation. The relationship between the two was extraordinary. If it weren't for the golden child being saved by Night Cat in a twist of fate, he wouldn't be here today. "Rise." Night Cat wasted no time. With a surge of power, he controlled 2 giant cauldrons, each filled with countless magic cores and essence blood, sending them whistling toward the blood cloud in the sky. "What are those?" At that moment, Xiao Yin and Mu Yingying's figures appeared not far from the scene. On one hand, they were awed by the shockwaves radiating from the blood cloud. On the other hand, They watched as the two massive cauldrons hurtled toward the cloud at breakneck speed. Is that the scent of magic cores? Wait, the other one actually contains Death Beast's essence blood? Xiao Yin was suddenly taken aback as he discerned what was inside the two cauldrons. No wonder the Death Beasts in the falling spirit mountain lacked magic cores and had scarce essence blood. It turns out Boundless Mountain's ruler was behind it all, he thought, connecting the dots from the earlier hunts. It seems the ones from Boundless Mountain have quite the ambition, Exine Air commented as she approached. Xiao Yan's deduction had left her surprised, especially since only a few in the incense pavilion knew about the missing magic cores and essence blood. Should we intercept? Mu Yingying suggested softly. Forget it, I have a feeling this isn't so simple. Let's lie low and wait for the right moment. Xiao Yin shook his head. His formidable spiritual power allowed him to sense that there were only two strong presences left in Boundless Mountain, one resembling Night Cat, and the other deep and unfathomable, exuding a sense of mystery. Moreover, Xiao Yin felt an ominous aura emanating from the dangerous blood cloud above, a presence that seemed overwhelmingly powerful, as if it was the master of all. Boom, boom, boom. As the cauldrons filled with magic cores and essence blood collided with the terrifying blood cloud, it emitted an ominous rumble before devouring the contents entirely. Suddenly, a giant vortex formed within the cloud, and from its center, a shimmering figure began to emerge. It has been a long time since I last awakened, a childish voice echoed, while the figure continued to materialize, half revealed in the swirling blood cloud. Upon seeing the figure, the golden child beamed with delight and exclaimed, "The spirit of the falling spirit mountain has finally appeared. My lord, the power of this spirit." Nightcat's heart trembled in fear. The spirit's power was clearly beyond terrifying. Just watch. In this falling spirit mountain, apart from you, every other death beast must perish, the golden child declared, letting out a triumphant roar. Now that the spirit of the falling spirit mountain has emerged, I don't believe those two can stay hidden for much longer. He then sat cross-legged, patiently waiting for the spirit to fully descend. What is that? In the five-element mountain range, the five-element beast lay lazily by a pool. But when the brilliant light shone from Boundless Mountain, it sensed a powerful aura taking shape. This aura, is it the spirit of the falling spirit mountain? After carefully feeling the blood-colored vortex's energy, the five-element beast's lazy demeanor instantly vanished, replaced by a solemn gaze. The spirit of the falling spirit mountain. We've known about its existence for ages, yet never managed to find it. Who would have thought this one found it? This could be an opportunity. If it means I can leave this cursed place, I'll gladly use every bit of my strength, the five-element beast muttered, a glint of resolve flashing in its eyes. I have to go. The Tianmu beast won't miss this chance either. With that, the five-element beast's massive form vanished, speeding toward Boundless Mountain. The spirit of the falling spirit mountain? At the lair of the Tianmu beast, its countless eyes saw the blood vortex at Boundless Mountain and instantly understood. Did it kill Bear Lord and the twin-headed subdragon too? This one must have gone mad, but thanks to it, the spirit of the falling spirit mountain has returned. This time, I will escape this place, the Tianmu beast declared, a strange light flashing in its countless eyes before it bolted toward Boundless Mountain. Soon, the three strongest beings in the falling spirit mountain would converge.